Hi, and welcome back to another video. And today, I will be talking about the Liberals in Canada overtaking the Conservatives in these first polls. This is the first time they have overtaken the Conservatives since 2022. There have been a couple pollsters now that have the Liberals leading the Conservatives. For the first time since 2021, Ipsos polling now shows the federal Liberal Party with a slight lead over the Conservatives. The poll, conducted exclusively for Global News by Ipsos Public Affairs, shows if a federal election were to take place tomorrow, the Liberals would get 38% of the decided voter support compared to the Conservatives' 36%, overturning what was a 26-point lead for the Tories just 6 weeks ago. According to the polling conducted February 21st and 24th, from a sample of 1,000 voting-age Canadians, the Liberals have increased their numbers by 10 points compared to the last poll by Ipsos released earlier this month. The polling is considered accurate with 3.8 percentage points, so the numbers are still within the margin of error. But the results echo multiple recent polling indicating the Liberals are closing the gap between the Conservatives in the 7 weeks since Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced his resignation, and as the country braces for damaging U.S. tariffs set to take effect next week. So yes, the Canadians, the Liberals are now leading the Conservatives for the first time in years. And you guys know on the channel, I have been keeping watch of the overall the federal polling between the Conservatives and the Liberals. And now for the first time ever, the Liberals have taken over the Conservatives, as you can see here. Absolutely incredible. Oh, I don't know what just happened. What happened? Oh, I accidentally opened a tab. But yeah, they have overtaken the Conservatives for the first time, and it is for the first time since 2021. You can see over there that the Liberals were currently leading. That was 2021, where the Conservatives overtook their lead, and they were leading this 20-point lead until everything came crashing down, and the Liberals now are leading this federal polling, as you can see here. Now, Exos it has been kind of liberal bias, which is why I've been waiting for another pollster to have another poll where the Liberals would be leading the Conservatives in federal polling, and we got that Ipsos poll where the Liberals lead the Conservatives by 2 points. Now, remember that this is very close polling. I mean, the Conservatives before Justin Trudeau's resignation, had look at this 20-point leads, 41-25, 41-23, 41-23. I've shown you guys this before. Well, they had a comfortable lead of 20 to 25 points all the way back. But now they've lost that lead, and the Liberals are now kind of enjoying this 2-point lead over the Conservatives now. The first time, their first lead since 2021, where they are now leading over the Conservatives. This is a political comeback, a very historic political comeback, where the Liberals were trailing the Conservatives by over 20 points just 7 weeks ago, and now today they lead the Conservatives by 2 points. That is a 20-point shift in the favor of the Liberal Party. And this just shows that the resignation of Justin Trudeau, Trump talking about the tariffs, Mark Carney, coming in as their new leader, have all benefited the Liberal Party and hurt the Conservative Party. Now, Pierre Poilievre has been the Conservative leader for almost 3 years now. He hasn't been in this long. Unlike Jagmeet Singh, leader of the NDP, and Justin Trudeau, the current leader of the Liberal Party, that is set to be leaving the office of Prime Minister and the leadership of the Liberal Party. So he is fairly new to all this. Pierre Poilievre is fairly new to all this. He was elected Conservative leader in 2022, and he has been opposition for some time now, and he has enjoyed a 20-point lead in these polls here against the Liberals, right? He came in around September of 2022. As of that time, right, the Conservatives had a small lead, but still a lead against the Liberals. Then some months later, the Conservatives started to surge, right? They started to surge, and they entered the 40% here, where they enjoyed this 20-point lead over the Liberals as things got worse and worse and worse for the Liberals. Until Justin Trudeau's resignation, where the Liberals were at their lowest point ever. Lowest point ever. And then, after Trudeau's resignation, after Donald Trump, wins the election and gets inaugurated president, they surge. They surge all the way until where they are now. And you can see the same for the NDP. Well, not the same, but actually the complete opposite. Where the NDP was their line wasn't barely moving, right? They kind of sat at 20 or 18 for a while until the Liberals surged. And the NDP, like I've mentioned in my previous videos, has collapsed so much worse than the Conservatives had. Like, the Conservatives, sure, now they are now in second place here, and the Liberals have always been down at third. But the NDP now is down at third, not the Liberals. Liberals are at first now. It's really hard to believe. The Liberals at first, Conservatives second, NDP third. Despite, yes, the Conservatives have fallen, but not as badly as the NDP, who have gone from, they were being set, to have this 2011 remake where the NDP was set to overtake the Liberals, and the Conservatives probably were going to get this majority government where they would win this historic landslide, which does not look like it's going to be happening anymore, with the Liberals maybe winning this minority government or the Conservatives winning a minority government. Still, the next federal election is going to be very, very close, and it looks like we're either going to get a minority government of either from the Liberals or the Conservatives. I think that a majority government of the Liberals is definitely not going to be happening, and then the majority government for the Conservatives was something that could have happened before the resignation of Justin Trudeau, but now that is completely out of the picture, and it has evaporated for the Conservatives, since now they have lost their 2-year streak of polling lead, or almost 4 years of polling lead, when they first overtook the lead against the Liberals in 2020. Okay, so almost 3 years. Or yeah, about 3 years. It's been about 3 years. January of 2022 was about a couple days after the Conservative Party voted out their leader, Aaron O'Toole, and eventually elected Pierre Poilievre in September of 2022. Got that 20-point lead, and now they have collapsed, and now they're in second place. So it's going to be interesting to where this polling goes on from here. If the Liberals extend this lead, if the Conservatives, pass them a couple times, and if the NDP continues to collapse in these polls. So it's going to be very interesting to watch. Now, we only have about 2 polls that have the Liberals ahead, Exos and Ipsos, but like I said, this is the first ever where the Liberals have led, right? You've had a couple times, so in 2023, you've had a couple times with the Liberals, but you have to really go down here. So you don't really have any more polling since before the 2021 election, but you could see here that the Liberals were enjoying this lead until the Conservatives started to get a couple leads here, and they eventually overtook the Liberals, and they led, they were winning these by-elections, they were leading by such big margins, and there was this one tie here. But yeah, not a single Liberal lead poll ever, and there was another by-election where the Conservatives would win, and the Conservatives enjoyed another by-election, Toronto. The Conservatives would enjoy this long polling lead. This is where the NDP ended its agreement with the Liberals. This is where some by-elections happened, and still the Conservatives were leading in this polling. Another by-election, and then Justin Trudeau announced his resignation as leader of the Liberal Party and Prime Minister, where it started to look bad for the Conservatives, until we got to this Liberal leading polls, which is very interesting. You also see the NDP here at 11 points, or 11%, and 12%. Just, they are only about 6 points away from all these other parties, or, even more, but still, the NDP has completely collapsed to, even where they were before, at 19 or 21% or 16 or 19 or even 20. They even got as high as 21, and now they are just at 11 or 12%. A complete collapse to what they the numbers they were previously having before. So any chance the NDP had at passing the Liberals is now gone. Obviously, they won't be passing the Conservatives either, as the Conservatives are still the opposition party, but the 20-point lead that the Conservatives enjoyed for over 2 to 3 years is now gone. It has collapsed, and they no longer lead in the federal polling anymore. It's gone. It is gone. So it'll be interesting to see what the Conservatives do here to try and win back that polling lead, and see if they are able to do it, and if the Liberals are able to hold on or not. I'll be reporting on whatever happens here, and, we will see what happens. But anyways, that is the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.